Hi, Shauna. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I am so looking forward to hearing more about your story, your journey into wholeness after having broken your back in a fall. And I wonder if you would start first by sharing with us what the doctors told you was going to be necessary for you to heal.
Yeah, so I saw, quite a few doctors in the beginning, but landed with a neurosurgeon who wanted me to have surgery. That was his way of believing that it would, heal and be at its best. And so I was not in alignment with that and knew that going in. My body was not telling me that that was the way we needed to go. And so I decided that I would try some other things and see how that went. And it's pretty powerful what's been going on.
So tell me, how is your back now?
Yes. So it is healing. And I love that I get to say that. I have been such an advocate for being able to have some scans and see really what's going on in there so that I could feel what I already believe and see that. And so, in my injury, I had lots of little burst fracture, you know, um, cracks in my vertebrae. And at the recent scan, those are all kind of filling their way in. And, the bone that was kind of compressing to my spinal cord is moving itself back to a place where it can be more stable. And so, yeah, it's healing.
And no surgery?
No surgery.
No surgery.
Yeah.
You had shared with your manifest team um, that when you saw your surgeon, there was a point where you saw that he had written on the paper something about healing. Would you share that with us?
Yes. So the journey with him has been one interesting one for sure, because he's a surgeon and he just wanted to see that, it would need that. So each time I kind of got this, oh, it's holding its own kind of answer from him. And then the last time he actually paused and looked and said, actually, it's getting better. And then I received his, note at the end of that um, visit that day, and he actually wrote that it was healing. He used those words, and that was so powerful for me.
How are you healing this?
So I am really using a lot of trust to begin with, for sure, in myself, in my higher power, and just knowing and believing that this is possible. I knew from the beginning that surgery was not something I was aligned with. So I really am tapping into things that I've learned to trust over the years with essential oils, quality supplementation, really nourishing my body with foods that help me heal, using the infrared sauna, learning to use other things like negative ion heating pads, just things that really are here for us in nature to help us heal. And it's been really powerful too, I have to say. All of those are kind of external things, but there's been a lot of trust in noticing what's going on in my body, and me allowing that rest to happen has been really healing.
That's powerful. I know we're really grateful to have you on a manifest team through this, to have a front row seat to some of this healing. You are embodying many of the concepts that we talk about on manifest teams. And one of the joys in watching you go through this journey is that you really are implementing the tools, not just talking about them. To see real, measurable results is just such an inspiration being on a manifest team with you. And also, that one of the concepts we talk about in manifest teams is this idea of obstacles being opportunities. And you really seem to embody that as well. Would you talk a little bit about that, in how there are opportunities to strengthen your mastery because of what you're going through?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, I really truly believe from the minute that it happened that I was being held and taken care of, outside of me, but I had people there with me who were very aligned with the way that I want to support my body anyway, right? I was with girlfriends who, um, you know, also are very into using those natural supports. And so right away, I was given permission to be okay with taking the time to tune in to what my body was saying. So, they were able to make sure that those solutions were on my body right away to help me with relief. And that gave me the confidence and permission to wait before I went to the allopathic medicine to kind of see what was going on. And so I say all of that to say that it helped me be able to tune into myself and to know, truly know what it was that I needed for those next steps. And that had, from the beginning, has now led, everything along the way. So much of being a part of this community and manifesTEAMS that allows me to share these things has also given me permission and feeling confident in that trust of myself, that trust of my, higher power in this co-creation of healing that's happening.
That's powerful. I know for me, being on a manifest team, I'm surrounded by people like you who are living these principles, and it inspires me to raise my own energy and hold myself accountable and be responsible for the results that I'm getting. And you just embody that, literally embody that with this
Thank you.
healing.
I would love to add too that it also gives me permission to accept that it's okay that it's hard, but to do the work too. And so it's nudged me in a way that I've been able to allow, limiting beliefs that I may have had about other situations in my life, but they've come up during this healing time. And I've been able to work with them, sit with them, be patient with them in a way that has truly impacted my healing.
That's so powerful. I don't want to just leave that there. What I hear you saying is something that we talk about a lot on manifesTEAMS, and we all take a look at our limitations. It's like when there's something that we want, we're wanting to manifest something, everything less than that shows itself. And so, what I hear you saying is that this journey into healing your back is giving you an opportunity to look at those things that are less than you want in your life so that you can walk all the way through that and bring that into your wholeness.
Yeah, you definitely put that together for sure.
But that's part of the joy, is watching you do this and, sharing with us each week what your obstacles are. I want to talk a little bit about some of the pain that you've been in, because that's one of the obstacles. And but to watch you take it on as an opportunity and to invite up everything that doesn't feel like your wholeness and your full sense of well-being. I have watched you invite it up and go all the way through it, not pretend that it's there, wish that it would go away, but to bring it into your wholeness. It has truly been a beautiful experience to watch you do this. So tell me a little bit about the pain that you've been through.
Okay. So yes, there has been physical pain. I think my confidence in using some of the solutions that I had already been using in my life has helped a ton, and has given me permission to dig in and learn a little bit more about those solutions and how to relieve them. And so I have gotten a lot of relief pretty quickly from that. I haven't had to use, drugs or medication to support that. All of these tools have been able to give me the relief that I needed. And I think, honestly, some of the pain was more emotional than it was physical during this for me.
Can you share more about that?
Yeah, I think, I always kind of see myself as a high performer. I'm very multi-passionate, involved in a lot of different things, and I put a lot of pressure on myself to not disappoint those people that I have, shown up for or been responsible to in my career, in my home life, all of those things. And this slowing down and having permission to remove from that a little bit to allow the healing to happen has given me an opportunity to own that, to see that, and to know that I put that pressure on myself. And I've had so much support from those people during this time now that I've allowed this to happen and accepted the help.
You know what I hear in all of your answers and in all of your languaging is just taking full responsibility for everything that comes into your life and looking for the lesson and the opportunity in it. You really embody that. And you inspire me so much because of that. I wonder too, Shauna, I know that you're a wellness coach. How is this benefiting the clients who come to you looking for wellness?
Yeah, it really has allowed me to um, be present in the sense that I'm living it at the same time, and I think that this whole premise of limiting beliefs that have come into play during this time has allowed me to be able to nudge and help my clients explore that for themselves at the same time.
Because this is exactly what you do for your clients, right? Is teach them the tools that you are now using to heal a broken back.
Yeah, so interesting enough, right? It's never been about me necessarily going after supporting someone who's been injured specifically. But I have been showing up and serving women who want to dig deeper and be able to nourish themselves, maybe a little bit different than some allopathic medicine ways would be limiting them in what they're seeking for their health. And so this has just been a really great way to pull those pieces together and be a sounding board for them in an even more empowering way.
Are you better at that now that you've actually had this major healing experience?
Yes, I think it has definitely empowered me to dig deeper with that limiting belief side of things, how things should be, or how someone else thinks it should go. Been able to really release that and not hold on to that or feel like I'm doing something odd or quack by choosing what truly is in my inner being. Um, and so now I feel much more empowered to give other women permission to do that too.
Would it be okay to summarize um, what you've been through as far as now being a wellness coach? That having experienced something this big in using your own tools to heal yourself, you're even more powerful as a coach?
Yeah, it feels hard to say that out loud.
Is it okay if I say it?
Yeah, it is. And honestly, it like warms my heart and I feel the joy in hearing you say that because it's 100% true. That everything that I've gone through in the last, just 3 months has really changed and empowered at a whole new level.
This may be a hard question to answer, but you can certainly see lifelong benefits from having been on this particular healing journey. If you had to do it all over again, would you?
Let's see. Let's make sure I'm not welcoming the universe to push me down the
There's
stairs.
probably a better way to say this. Let's see if we can find a better way. You can certainly see how what many people would call a negative milestone in their lives, you have turned into a positive transition, catapulting you even further on your path into mastery. That's where I was going, that you can really see that. How do you feel when you look back on the incident? Do you feel any negativity about it?
No, I don't. And that is really powerful. You know, I've had other things happen in my life that I would have looked at them as a big deal, you know, something that disrupted my life. And I don't see this as disruption. Yeah.
You know how unusual that is, right? You know
Yeah.
how exceptional that is.
Um, it's a gift I was given for sure.
Is there anything you'd like to share that I haven't asked you?
I think you've done a really good job of encompassing all of that for me. Yeah. I think one of the biggest things, though, that I like to make sure that others can feel is permission to listen to yourself. When you get that little nudge or that little gut feeling that maybe someone else's idea of how things should go isn't really where you're at, to allow the time to work through that, and permission to listen to it.
Shauna, it is just such an honor to be on a manifest team with you and to watch you embody these principles. I learn from you all the time. And I'm really grateful that you shared your story here with us today. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And thank you for being on my manifest team. I love you, sweetheart.
Thank you so much, Trish.